Hi, I'm Henry of BlueHeronArts.com. Now I'm going to introduce you a new painting paper called the Cotton Xuan rice paper, made in China. It's a very soft, delicate Xuan or rice paper. I'm using some old brush or broken brush, some trimmed brush. You can see there's some old or trimmed brushes I've introduced earlier in my lecture, and here's the one I cut it in my earlier video. I start with a little ink. I already wet the brush. It's kind of damp but thirsty. I can use a little bit water. You can see the water should keep the onion like a 1/3, like 1 inch deep, not too much water. And you don't use the water for washing brushes. This is my point I try to make. I use a little bit of glue powder to mix old ink, if you will, some ink left over, to recycle it. So I only load the tip of the brush with ink at this point. So the bottom of the brush is either light, very light ink or just the water. So I start from the foreground. When the brush is dark, you do the dark part. So you kind of, I try to shade the stone, the rock, the cliff. I'm doing a misty and cloud landscape. Mist is what you see nearby. When you are in the cloud, you see only the mist. So there's no shape, but you use kind of blurred trees and the amount of water to indicate that so you finish the load until it's very exhausted, so I don't reload yet. Keep going. When the brush is dry, do the rock texture. You can notice there's no padding this time because I want to use what we call poking strokes, like that, for the trees. And you can hear the sound, right? So the brush is really dry, much drier than the beginner might think. The rice paper loves dry brush. It will take every bit of moisture from the brush. So keep going, almost one stroke painting. You can finish the whole painting in one stroke. I haven't reloaded yet. No scratching, just poking. That's very important in this painting I'm doing. So use the split brush. Not use the side of brush, just poking. Keep it split. Okay. You can usually I only load with water at this point, as I said, to create the mist effect. So the water into the wet ink, what happened is smearing, and it will smear. That's it's supposed to be, you know. So just add water. And there's, even though you don't see any ink traces, there's still ink on the bristles. So when you add water, the ink comes down with light tone, so you can see that, right? So then you can keep dotting. So no reload of ink so far, just water. So I don't draw lines. I just dot out, you know, with the brush, hold in vertical position. So this technique is known as the 傅抱石 dot, or wrinkle style. 抱石 is the artist Fu Baoshi, with last name Fu. He lived in the early 20th century. He died in mid 60s, I think. And he is also from the hometown Nanjing, my hometown Nanjing, and the school he founded is known as the Nanjing School, the Nanking School of Landscape. So Misty landscape. After it dries, I will add a little, let me see, I can do it right now, I think. With a small brush, you can add details like the steps, and maybe a little person walking, hiking, later after the paper dries. Now I'm using a hair dryer to dry the painting. This is a good tool to have to stop it from further smearing or raining at the right moment. You can also use the blotting paper, but that will reduce the color brightness or intensity. So we don't use blotting unless you want to reduce the value of the ink. Another good reason to dry the painting is because you want to dry the between layers. You want to dry the ink layer before you apply the color layer. So I'm going to apply a little light color wash after the ink is dry.